In its recently published report, Asian Development Outlook April 2024, the Asian Development Bank is of the view that stabilization policies and reforms under International Monetary Fund programs have alleviated debt distress risks in crisis-affected economies such as Sri Lanka and Pakistan. However, the ADB noted that challenges still remain in sustaining reforms given the substantial debt servicing costs, and added that Sri Lanka could face external debt above 70% of GDP even after relief. The regional lender stated that complex coordination efforts are underway, however, the terms of restructuring remain unclear. Further, the Asian Development Bank forecasts economic growth of 1.9% for this year, and for the year 2025, their forecasted growth is 2.5%. ADB stated that key forward-looking indicators such as the Purchasing Managers Index and the Industrial Index of Production are improving. Further, the report mentioned that construction, which is stalled during the height of the crisis, is resuming but will be tempered by an increase in value-added tax, which will raise raw material prices and dampen housing construction. The report added that the service sector will be supported by higher tourist arrivals and receipts, and the finance sector by lower interest rates and consequently higher demand for credit. The Asian Development Bank stated that with gradual economic stabilization, consumer and business sentiment will improve, leading to a cautious recovery in private consumption and investment, but this is likely to be dampened by the higher prices following the value-added tax increase and uncertainty from the electoral cycle. Further, the ADB is of the view that limited fiscal space will likely restrain government expenditure, and added that with the removal of most import restrictions in the second half of 2023, net exports of goods and services are likely to turn negative in 2024. The regional lender highlighted that the resumption of growth hinges on the assumed continuation of reforms and better supply conditions. The report mentions that crucial reforms include the expected enactment of a Public Financial Management Act in 2024, which will strengthen fiscal discipline, and a debt management law to mitigate medium-term refinancing risks, as well as the completion of external debt restructuring. The ADB noted that the upcoming electoral cycle must not delay the reforms required to address the recent economic crisis. The government expects recurrent expenditure to increase from 15.8% of GDP in 2023 to 16.8% in 2024. The ADB added that any divestment of state-owned assets under consideration should improve the fiscal balance. Further, the report noted that external debt servicing may resume in 2024 if the external debt restructure is completed, which may exert pressure on the Sri Lankan rupee, which has thus far appreciated in 2024. However, the regional lender is also of the view that delays in the completion of a debt restructuring agreement and any barriers to passing key legislation could dampen sentiment and derail growth. In terms of inflation, its observation is that Sri Lanka's rate of inflation will be around the 7.5% mark this year and will reduce to 5.5% during the year 2025. According to the ADB, weak transmission to market interest rates and higher taxes will dampen growth in domestic demand, pushing inflation towards substantially in 2024 and into the central bank's target range of 4 to 6% in 2025. It also added that consumer demand will see a gradual pickup as credit demand improves, adding inflationary pressure.